Hi, we're going live here from PMI 2017, and we're just wanting to highlight that there is some coaching available for people still right through to the end of today. And we are here as two of the expert coaches that you can come and talk to. So we just thought, what are people wondering that they can come and talk to us about? So Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you were getting some.
Sure.
Yeah.
For the last day or two, I've spoken to several people, and some of the questions that we have tried to answer for them are related, for example, to careers. Somebody's stuck where they are and they're trying to figure out, based on the background that they have, where else can they go from here, what other potential opportunities there might be for people that are on a project management type career path. Also, I had folks that came in, as you know right now the world wants to do agile, but really most organizations aren't quite there, and people are struggling with how to get the organization to actually execute in an agile fashion, and people are confused between the combination of agile and waterfall. So there's all kinds of common problems that we run into all the time, and there was opportunities of sharing some of my experiences in overcoming those challenges in clients that I work with. Karen, what else did you run into when you were talking to some of the folks yesterday?
Yeah, I had a little bit of that as well, asking some questions around how do you, or can you even, incorporate waterfall and agile or lean processes. And so it's really interesting because there's a lot of talks here this weekend about how you can do a little bit more hybrid approach. But I've also had some folks come and see me about setting up a PMO, and they are at different stages of establishing a PMO. They're new to it, they're new to the organization even, and just struggling with what's next and how do they engage their teams a little bit more to pick up these standardized approaches and move forward. So there was some of that. And I also had some folks who, again, in the PMO world, were struggling with how they can continue to justify the value of their role when organization changes happen, some restructuring and things like that. So, just really working with them to understand the types of things that they're offering that bring the value to the organization, how critical it is to have a PMO and some standardized approaches, and all of those tasks and things that they can take care of, that if they were gone, who would take the slack up, right? And trying to highlight those types of things and their strengths that they're bringing to the team. So some really interesting conversations, and hoping that we've added quite a bit of value to these people.
That's awesome. So we still have one full day left, and there are some slots available. We might not have all the answers, but what I sometimes find is just running ideas by somebody else and thinking through with somebody else has at least helped me a lot of times. So I've also learned from a lot of people out here, and I look forward to doing the same the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Any other last pieces of advice, Karen?
Well, I think too, the one thing I would add is that a lot of times we actually have the answers, and we're just not confident enough to really know that we're on the right path. So it just helps to chat with people and find that, bounce those ideas and say, am I doing the right thing, and what else can I do? So yeah, definitely that's been a good challenge.
Great. So if you haven't stopped by at our booth here, feel free to come over at the exhibit center.